Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel guys so that you can understand these things. So let's get to it. Today we'll be looking at sum and difference of cubes, right? So what is the difference and the sum? Sum is the answer you get after addition, and then this one include addition, and then a difference include subtraction. So a difference of cubes. So since you're in cubic science, and then what is the cube? What are cubes, guys? When we are talking about cubes, we are talking about those numbers, the answer you get after you multiply a number by itself 3 times. It's 1, 2 times 2 times 2 equals to 8. It means that 8 is a cube of what? Of 2. Right. Any number you will see them. How do you get it on? How do you get the cubes? You are going to get the cubes by plugging the number inside the cube root. If it's a number, you get a cube by plugging the number in the cube root, and then you get 2 from your calculator. If you do the root of the cube root of the cube root, not square root, guys, the cube root of 125, then it means that you're gonna get 5. It means that the cube of the cube root of 125 is 5. So I get you understand what I'm trying to say. It means that if you multiply 5 by itself 3 times, you are going to get that cube. All right, since you understand how you get cubes on numbers, let's get to variables. How do you get cubes on variables? A cube root in terms of variables is whereby you are having an exponent that is a multiple of 3. Is a multiple of 3. The exponent must be a multiple of 3. For an example, if you have x exponent 3, or you can have x exponent 9, and then you can also have um, x exponent 6. So if ever that value is a multiple of 9, then is a multiple is if ever the exponent is the multiple of 3, then that is a cube root. How do you get it? You are going to, if ever you have this one, you have x exponent 6, and then you want to check the cube root of x exponent 6. You want to check the cube root of x exponent 6. You're going to say 6 divided by 3. It means that if ever you have any exponent and you want to find if you have any variable and you want to find the cube root of that variable, you have to divide by 3. I hope everything is clear on that one. So when factorizing, when factorizing, using the difference of two cubes, you must have only two terms. The first thing you must have, we are considering two terms. If you see two terms, you must always think about a difference of cubes or sum of cubes, or you can think of difference of two squares, or you can think of taking out the common factor. So those are the three things, those are the three different types of factorization that you must think of when you have two terms, right? So now let's go ahead and look at this one. The next thing, how is the format of cube root? Let's just say we are having a exponent 3 plus b exponent 3, right? So here, when you are factorizing using the sum or difference of cubes, the format should be a small bracket and a big bracket. So this is the small bracket and then followed by the big brackets. They multiply each other. So this is the format that you are going to be using when factorizing using cubes. It's unlike the difference of two squares. So let's get to it. What do we involve here? So let's just consider this expression. If we have this one, we are first going to find the cube root of a exponent 3. The cube root of a exponent 3, remember I say you are going to divide by 3, and then you get a. You find the cube root of b exponent 3, which is going to be, you divide by 3, which is going to be b, right? So what do we put here? First thing, you take the sign, you put it here, you write plus. So here you are going to have two terms, and then in these brackets you are going to have three terms. Let me make that clear for you. In these brackets you are going to have two terms. In the small brackets you are going to have two terms, and then in these brackets you are going to have three terms. Here you are going to have three terms. right? So you must, in these brackets of two terms, you must always take the sign and put it here, and then look at the next step. So you're going to take the sign and then you write those cube roots here, a and b. And then how do you work this out? You first start by saying a multiply, you say a times a, and then it's going to be a squared. You say a times b, it's going to be ab. You say b times b, it's going to be b squared, right? So this is how you do it. The first thing, you say a times a, you write it here. A times b, you write it here. B times b, you write it here. And then from there, we have to know which signs are going to be here. Is it plus or minus? Guys, here we are always having positive. The sign here is always, always, always positive here. The sign for this one is always positive. And the sign here is the opposite of the sign. If we had plus here, it means here we are going to be minus. I hope everything is clear there. So irrespective if ever here is plus or minus, you just follow the same procedure. So let's try to get to some examples so that we can see how we work this out, right? So we have these examples. So we are having 8t exponent 3 plus 150 exponent 3, 125 p exponent 3, right? So what are we going to do? We are going to initiate by writing our, like this, our format, which is small brackets, bigger brackets. So what do we write here? We write this sign. We take this sign, we write it, we write it here. So we write this sign here. It's plus, this sign. And then from then, we are going to look for the cube root of this one. What is the cube root of 8? You're going to use your calculator and then you say the cube root, you use shift. Here we go. You see how it should be. You say 8 and then you get what? 2. Then you write 2 here. And then you go for t. How do you get for t? You say t exponent 3 divided by 3. Then you're going to get t. And then here is going to be t. Ne? And then you go for this, you do this very same thing to this one. What is the cube root for 150, 125? You get 5. And then you write 5 here, right? And then from there you go for p. What is the cube root for p exponent 3? You divide by 3, you get p. You see how you work on it? And then here you're going to write p. They here where they come from, where the fun comes. You're going to say 2t by itself. You multiply this one by itself, right? You start by multiplying this one by itself. And then you say 2t times 2t, you're going to get 4t squared. You say 2t multiply, now the second step, you multiply these ones. 2t multiplied by 5p, you're going to get 10pt. And then you say, come to this one, you multiply this one by itself now. You say 5p multiplied by 5p, you get 25p squared, right? So here we said the sign here, it's always positive. It's always positive. And then here is the opposite for this one. If you had plus here, you're going to have minus here. Then this is the what? Is the factorized cube of the first problem. So guys, feel free to pause the video and work on the second one. Okay, so let's see what we can do from this one. We initiate by writing our format, right? So what is the root of this one? Is going to be y, and then we write this sign here. And then for this one, since it's x exponent 9, we divide by 3, we're going to get x exponent 3. So it's going to be x exponent 3 here, right? Remember I said for you to get this one, you just divide by 3. Now we go for, we say y times y. We multiply this one by itself. Y times y is y squared. Y multiplied by x cube, it's y x cube, right? And then we say x multiplied by y, we get, we say x cube multiplied by x cube. When multiplying x cube by x cube, we add the exponent, right? Remember, it's x exponent 3 multiplied by x exponent 3. According to the laws of exponent, when multiplying powers of the same base, we keep the base and add the exponent. So it's going to be x exponent 6, right? We get x exponent 6. From here, since we have x exponent 6, this one is always positive. You write positive here. This one will be the opposite of this one, and then you write minus. This is them factorized 1 for the above problem. Okay, so we go to this one now. This one, we write our format. Right. So what is the cube root of 1? It's just 1. We write 1 here. And then what is the cube root for this? Remember, this x minus y exponent 3 is just one term. So we're going to divide the major exponent by 3, which we get x minus y. And then we write, since here we write this sign, and then here is going to be into x minus y. Guys, every time I always encourage my students, you guys, that please, every time when you substitute, always include the brackets, right? More especially if there is a negative in front of that number. Now we go for our notation. This by this, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times x minus y, we get x minus y, right? And then here we have y, x minus y multiplied by x minus y. It means that we say x minus y multiplied by x minus y. So it's gonna be into x minus y all squared because we add the exponent. Guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click that YouTube channel, that subscribe button there, and like the video, guys, please. All right, so we are going to have x minus y exponent 2. Remember what we said about this? We said here is always positive, and then here is the opposite of this one. Since this one is plus, it's minus, so this one is gonna be plus. Then there you go. That's how you factorize using cubes. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I can keep on shaking mathematics like this with you, applying it more easier than before. Take care, guys.